What's up, beautiful people? Today I'm going to show you the village of Vilcabamba, or little town, where I have been spending like my last 1 month. And let's start this like tour of the village at the like main bus station, which is called Terminal Terrestre. So let's start it here where all my journey here began. So I just came here with the bus, and what I can say about the buses here in Ecuador, I was really surprised about the network, how good it was. There is a system of buses, it works, they go more or less on time, the buses are quite clean and quite fast, so it's very, very cool. So my journey started here at the bus station, and actually when I came here, my friend invited me, and he lives like in a little kind of a land, which is like a little farther from here. It's called Vilcabamba, and I went straight to there. But actually, in this town or little village, there are a lot of hostels. There are a lot of places. So let's go see another thing. Like today is a Sunday market, so actually there is market always on Saturday and on Sunday. On Saturday there are like more people, I would say white people, who present their products, and on Sunday there are like more people like from this country, like more Ecuadorians. So it's like more for local people. So I just wanted to show you around the market. You can buy all the stuff. The stuff is usually like cheaper. The stuff is usually like cheaper than in the shops. And like as I understand, like in all South America, or like mostly or like in Peru and Ecuador, there is this culture of markets. And at the markets, at the same time, you can also eat like the local foods, but you can also buy a lot of stuff. So, and it's very, I think it's more free here to sell stuff at the markets. I know that in my country, that if you want to go like sell stuff, you need to like pay like all these rents and have like 10,000 like licenses and what. But here, no, just people come and sell stuff. Going to maybe show you this. It's like panela. It's like panela. Yeah. It's like some cool things. Hola, puedo video? Sí. So I just show you some things they have. They have a lot of like stuff from peanuts and panela and a lot of things, and also as I showed last time, like people have a lot of fruits, local fruits and like local vegetables and like fruits that you have never seen before. Okay, people, so I left the market and now I'm going a little up the street. There are some places that I sometimes go to eat. Not related to this place, this is more like a place where they do like chicken and meat. But there are a lot of like these places where they do papas or patatas, which are like fried potatoes with like sauces, and usually like Ecuadorian fast food, and usually you can get this like for a very like cheap price. So I go to one of the shops around here. So I'm coming closer to my place where I usually go, and it's one of those little places. It's like street food, and you can get like a hamburger there or something, or like fried potatoes or even like meat and stuff. And usually go there. The other one that is closed, but now the first one is open, and you can usually get like stuff for like, I don't know, $2.50, $1.50, which is like the price that locals pay here. The official currency of Ecuador is dollar, because there was some crisis a long time ago, and you usually pay cash. So when I want to like eat cheap, I usually go there, but eating fries all the time is not as healthy. Also, like, it's important to say that Vilcabamba, more or less the town, has like, I would say, 8 streets like this, and cross-sectionally another 8 streets, so it's very small. But like the area is like bigger. So let's more go towards the downtown, towards the, towards the main square, which I'll show you. And what is important to say that there are like 5,500 people, so it's not really a town. It's more like it's more like a small village. And it's not very common Ecuadorian town because there are so many Westerners. There are actually so many people from my country, so many Czech people. I found Polish people, Ukrainians, Germans, Australians, Canadians, Americans, like people from all over the world. So it's like, it's not a typical city. So they have like some of these bakeries, panaderias. There are also some like European style bakeries, which are, I would say the standard is higher. And they have like their local, like sweet shops. But I usually don't like their traditional like sweets. Very like sugary, so I don't really like it. So we are back kind of near the Terminal Terrestre, and the main square is just like 1 block away from here. But let us take the other street. So what I was saying that this is not very typical city or town or village of Ecuador because of these Westerners, and these Westerners brought with them a lot of like medicine and like spiritual culture, I would say. So far, what I heard, like the normal Ecuadorian is not interested in ayahuasca, like indigenous spirituality or anything like that. So it's usually brought by like these Westerners or like some old shamans that live around here. I actually haven't met like a traditional shaman from here. Most events that are around here are done by like the Westerners. There are a lot of communities. There is like Hare Krishna communities and many communities like I would call them like little eco villages where like people live and they like create events and do healings and organize like these parties, ecstatic dances. So it's full of this. My friend called it, this is like little Ezo town. So I would say that is true. And also there is like another panaderia. I was there a couple of times. And yeah, I'm also going to show you now one of the like local restaurants. Usually they look very similar. It's called Valle Sagrado. It's part of the hostel, and they usually have like menus like this. They usually have like menus like this where they have like 10,000 things. They don't write like daily menu. Price is usually 250, which is like $2.50, which is like quite cheap. And like for the normal Ecuadorian person, normal like citizen goes like to places like this. They cannot afford the other, because one thing I didn't mention was this Western influence brought increase of prices. What I heard, that a lot of Westerners we are used to giving tips, and when the local people saw it, they started raising prices, and which is maybe good for the local people, but not good like for the poorest people here. And there is a huge class of poor people in Ecuador generally. So this raising of prices was very bad for them. Also, what is also interesting about Vilcabamba in Ecuador, Vilcabamba specifically, is Vilcabamba was in Inca times considered to be like a retreat place for Incas. So even in those times, it was like maybe a relaxing party, ceremony place, something like this. And after that, it had this reputation. There were some researches about this, and sometimes it's called like a valley of longevity, because supposedly people live long lives here. So there were some studies that disputed it, but generally the relaxing atmosphere, the good food, kind of like isolation, because it is located in exotic Andes, which you could call like mountain jungle or exotic Andes, which is like quite warm. You can see I'm like I have like short t-shirt and yeah, so it's like Valley of Longevity. Okay guys, I'm going to show you another place I sometimes go to. It was actually the first restaurant I was, now it is closed. Called Quinta Dimension, and it's run like by two very nice Venezuelan couple. They focus on like vegetarian and vegan meals. So I like to go there, and they have good food, also good price, like the menu is for $3. Also, when I was talking about the climate, I want to continue. Voila. The climate is like around 22 to 30 degrees. Some days it can rain, like constantly 3 days. Like the last 3 days it was just raining. Some days it can be just warm, warm, warm. But generally you can walk like this. There are a lot of mosquitoes, especially like at the dawn and before the night. And it's generally like you feel like it's summer whole year, which is what is for me very funny about Ecuador. The day is 12 hours, the night is 12 hours constantly throughout the year. There is just maybe more rain in their winter period, in their summer period, I'm sorry, and more dry in their winter period. But generally they don't feel the cycles, which is for me, like European, for my climate, very different. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you the main square where I would say the main action is, or main party. People kind of like hang out here and people kind of like come here. So today is Sunday, so there is probably some like party, almost a market, and many times just people come here to this place, to this square. Sometimes musicians like buskers come here, people hang out, you know, go to bars, go to restaurants. It's very relaxed and very free atmosphere here. I think there is like some tombola competition going on. Actually there is a church there and like people are sitting here and stuff. So maybe you can get the feel of like South America and like the vibe and the people here. What I was very pleasantly surprised that people are very talkative. You can talk to anyone, literally anyone who would like help you. They are like more warm-blooded, and we were having discussions like that the climate and temperature really influences people, you know, a lot, like in their personalities. When I compare it to my countrymen. Also, there is a nice place behind me. It's called UFO. It's owned by a Turkish guy. He does like some Turkish food and like good coffee. You can also get in many restaurants like liquid cacao drink. Very good. Alright, so let's move forward. Behind me, like there are also some people selling some stuff. They are usually here every day. Here at the corner, you can see him. It's one guy. It's one guy that sells like handmade jewelry, and then behind me is like more. I bought actually. I wanted to buy this on market. It's like from the seal. But I bought it in another shop, but there are like cool things, you know, like little souvenirs that you can like buy. What I also like about this town is also the colors of these buildings and the architecture. I would say it's like more colonial architecture than traditional. Like you could see maybe the people have more money, but like the poorest people, their houses, they are like really terrible, you know, some piece of steel and like half built, half destroyed. But what I really like is like these walls painted. I think like some artists would come here a long time ago. Also what they told me about Vilcabamba, that it used to be very touristic place in the past, and then when the COVID hit, then it got stopped a little bit. So now you can find many like places, many like communities and hostels. They are renting like they are renting like houses where you can live. And the living is, I would say maybe quite cheap here. Like you can rent a house for $200 per month, 150. Some better houses like 300. And now I'm living with my friend where it is like on a piece of land where I live in a garden house. And I kind of pay like $3 per day. But it's more like natural living. It's not for everyone, but I kind of enjoy it for this moment. So guys, let's walk like through this like park in the center. I sometimes go here when I like want to be with people. My place, Vilcabamba, as I was telling, is a little off. This village is a little spread out, and there is like more quiet if I discount the dogs and all the like roosters. But let's just walk to this place in the center, like this. In the center, like there is this cool fountain. So as I tell you, people come hang out here. Yeah, and around the center, there are like some of these very cool places. I sometimes go there, and I'm going to show you very like famous club or bar or restaurant, like Ecuadorian style, which is owned by a Swiss guy. This is like almost like a little village, so everyone knows everyone. And it is called Vilca Garden. And most people most people here in Vilcabamba know Vilca Garden, and it's like a place where many of the concerts and parties happen. They also have like open mic on Wednesdays where you can like come, and any amateur musician can play there. They have like a little garden inside, you know, and quite good food. I kind of enjoyed like their smoothies and stuff. And close to it is another restaurant with a lot of people come, also many Westerners, and it's called Tattoo. I had some like good meals there, but Vilca Garden and the Tattoo restaurant, they are slightly more expensive because they are used like for Westerners and strangers. Okay, so let's continue at this side. There's like this guy who sells a lot of jewelry and rapé, so last time I wanted to buy a rapé from him, but maybe later alligator. Maybe I'll buy that in Cusco. And then some of these clothes shop, I actually bought something in one of them. I needed a hat. Actually, when I was here, like second day, I was burned. Like my skin was absolutely trashed and burned. So I finally bought a hat, but I just wear it in like extreme condition. Then there are like a couple of restaurants, and also here at the corner is like this tienda, which is like a supermarket. You won't find like big supermarket here. You'll find like only like these local like little shops, places, which are almost always open. And I think they have a little higher prices, like, but like for you, it doesn't really matter. Like if you have like some budget, like if you pay slightly more, slightly less, doesn't matter. But it's always open, and they have a really good range of things. And they're like vegetables and food is usually very fresh, and there is wide range of things. So many people come here. I will also later show you the shop. Maybe some of you will decide to visit like Vilcabamba maybe in the future. But I will show you one of the shops where I found that locals go. And they usually want to go to places where locals go, because usually there it is good and cheap. Right, people, so I will also show you this building. It doesn't look very anything like it means anything, but actually on Fridays and Saturdays there are like these dance classes, full of like Ecuadorian dance and other types of dances, and it's for free. So I was very like surprised by that. So let me show you this corner. Let me show you this corner. Right behind me is a restaurant where I usually see just Americans sit. Like a lot of like Westerners sit there. It's like restaurant in the corner, so many people like it, many people like to sit there. Then this little shop in the corner. Guys, let's cross. I'm going to show you the places where I go a lot, because I like healthy food, and yeah. So let me show you first a coconut shop. It's actually a very simple shop where you can buy a coconut or like mixed coconut with water, but it's like really fresh organic coconuts, like for $2. And I usually come there, and like when you drink and eat the coconut, yeah, I'll show you how it looks. When you eat and drink the coconut, it's very healthy. There's a lot of water. It's maybe like 500 milliliters of water, and you can also get it cut and eat like the coconut meat. So it's ultra healthy. So I usually come there. So this place is very frequented and very like gastronomic. So I usually come here. There are also like some. There is one organic shop that I sometimes go to. So it's like close to the center is everything very small, and everyone knows everything, but some shops are like better than others. So this is like shop where I sometimes buy like organic stuff. And also one of my like favorite places where I go is this like juice bar. It's like green juice bars, and they have like cool stuff. I also have to say that like a lot of Westerners come here. Hola. I also have to say like a lot of Westerners come here, but they have very good like smoothies and breakfast, and like, you know, these little grabs and snacks. So I usually like to come there to eat like breakfast or something. And you know, restaurants are also part about the people, so the waiters there are also very nice. Hola, hola. And where I also like to come is this little chocolate shop. ¿Puedo un poco video? Sí, sí. Okay. So I like to come in the chocolate shop. I actually came here like multiple times. Last time I got to know the owner, and he also contacted me to the cacao farm where I was. So I'm just going to show you like they have very cool things made like from organically produced cacao, just like honestly done from like this Ecuadorian, varieties, many great things. I bought some chocolates. Before I bought some chocolates with like maltitol because they are sugar free and stuff. Okay, gracias. So yeah, so that was my favorite chocolate shop. And I would say also some prices of the chocolates are like higher. You can get like 50-gram chocolate for $2.50 and 100-gram chocolate, I don't know, for $4. So it was a little shocking for me because when you compare it like with other supermarkets and like the big chains, the prices are like very low, but this is not the real chocolate that we can buy usually in Europe. It's like a lot of sugar and a lot of milk, and they use like palm oil sometimes. And whenever you use palm oil, then it actually stops being a chocolate. So and the chocolate here just it's more like specific topic, and you want to know more maybe some other time. But just the taste, even if you don't understand chocolate, it's like the profile, the explosion of taste. It's so good. The level is beyond. Okay, I'm going to also show you this another little shop, restaurant in Vilcabamba. This is also like local place where like locals go, and you can get your menu like for $3. So I usually come there and I tell them I want something vegetarian. They are kind of like flexible here. I remember when I was in Peru, I think like 8 years ago, and I like wanted something without meat. They were looking at me like I was like from extraterrestrial or something. So, but here people are more flexible. They are more used to Westerners, and you can even like live here in this like Western bubble, I would say, and not really speaking too much Spanish and more like speaking English. And also, I'm going to show you this little shop where I found out like, hey, what's up? ¿Qué pasa? And I also like this little shop where I sometimes go, which is like the market at the corner that I showed you, but it has slightly lower prices because it is for like the more for locals. So a lot of people come here, and there's also a wide range of stuff, fruits and vegetables, and I would call it like a small Ecuadorian style supermarket. So okay. Okay guys, I'm going to finish this tour with the site of Mandango Mountain, which is considered like sacred, like the protector of this valley. And for you to just get the right feel that this town is like encircled by the mountains from every side. So, of course there are a lot of interesting places to see here, a lot of more that I mentioned. There are a lot of tours on like horses, lots of agencies, and a lot of like trails in the mountains to visit the waterfalls. There's a pool here, but I just try to show you things that I like in the city in this like fast tour, and you can see the city through my eyes. So maybe you will visit it one day. So guys, see you later. Bye bye.